G6. With that being said, we're here. Saturday morning coffee semifinals. It's between Radiant and Seafood Sorbet, who are going to be the teams to take this one out. We'll see shortly here as Radiant will be starting in the green, and it's going to be Seafood Sorbet in the orange. As we get this one underway, Radiant here. Interesting weapon composition. Bancom opting with the... Ooh, that's close to there. Okay. We'll see. I mean, I think it's a good pick, right? Given, I mean, the canal, of course, splitting up the middle of the map. Being able to reach the opponent's side, relatively key there. Good pickup.
Absolutely. And it's just some interesting choices. Like, on one side, we have a pro and a jet sculpture. On the other side, we have the ballpoint and the rapid. It's different. The Kent's a rapid at that. It's just some interesting compositions coming out today in general.
And that was a really great stingray from Bancoma. Being able to use that stingray to catch at least one off guard at their base, and then using the remaining seconds of that, not only to just funnel and get the splat in the middle of the zone, but also to burst the bubbles that were also in line with getting the kill on the middle. So really great stingray, enabled them to get back into the thick of things, keep this a close one. And this is a map that this is a game that has a huge back and forth, and really great to see here. That Nura on the left side of the map does spot at least one in a one-on-one. Are you able to escape it? No, the Inkjet's going to be taken out just barely by the grasp of CMO. CMO you might be familiar with from other teams. I'm losing the name of it now, but he plays really well in Smash and Splash 5. Either way, Smash and Splash 4. Either way, CMO in the front lines here, able to help guide.
Yeah, I don't remember either. I think Seafood Sorbet just picked him up recently too. Like very recently.
Okay. Nice. Well, Nura here with the Inkjet does spot out CMO and company, and locking them out from the middle of the map, kind of caught off guard by that. And now Nura with the Inkjet turn around might have to run out from the middle of the map, as they don't really have the support needed to be able to stay there. There's like a 2v4 in the middle of the map, and we'll see if we come back to this. Yeah.
There are 4 specials currently up on the side of Seafood Sorbet, and they just used 2 of them.
Oh goodness. It will be surprising if Radiant is able to get back into the middle of the zone.
I mean, they only used 2 of the specials and they took out 3 players of them. That is effective use of their own specials. That was terrifying.
It's going to be Biscuit here on the left side of the map, looking for any incoming members. Nura is going to get caught off guard and swims right directly into play. It's going to be another spot coming in and a quick devil for Seafood Sorbet as the seconds are ticking down, the points are ticking down, but will it be enough? That's going to be the Stingray coming out, hoping to get at least a splat on top of the zone. Not looking like the case for now. 4 points left to go. Quake is able to hold down that right trigger, and that should be the end of the game. A 1-0 lead for Seafood Sorbet, where, sure, it was a close game, but, you know, I'd call it a 60-40 in their favor in terms of general momentum.
Yeah, I agree. I completely agree. Once they got in there and got that control, they just didn't let go.
Yeah. Yeah, that and especially the way they were able to use their specials was really notable there, and ironic considering we were talking about Radiant and their special usage as well, and coordination at least in prior matches. But
yeah, and Seafood comes out and is like, what about us though? Have you considered?
What if? And Radiant now, I mean, they're going to be able to move ahead from Splat Zones. At least in the 2 matches, the Splat Zones matches, we've seen them on stream. They're 0-for-2 right now, so we have not seen them on tower control though. Maybe things change there. Maybe weapon compositions change there. Often a sniper-friendly map to see, and especially on tower control, that should be the case. Kind of looking, I mean, we probably will see the Jet Sculpture again, if not maybe a Rapid Blaster variant.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm just, where are the Jet Sculpture picks coming from?
I
Like,
don't
up until
know.
like yesterday, everyone was talking about how Jet Sculpture was bad. What is this?
They probably still are saying the same thing, but it's just this select group of players that decided to...
They just all joined the same tournament at the same time.
Yeah.
They're just letting us know.
So we'll see here if any changes coming out on behalf of Nura. Nura, do you remember which weapon Nura played last game?
I do not.
Okay. It might have been some dualies. I'm not particularly sure what kind, if they were, but maybe reconsidering those dualies appropriately so, as we have our players able to select and choose and move on out. And now we have game 2 underway. Of course, again, this is a best of 5. Best of 7 happens in grand finals up after this, but still plenty of buffer room for both sides here to adjust themselves. We will see again Bancoma with the Jet Sculpture. And otherwise, not too many changes on the behalf of Radiant.
Yeah, it looks like the biggest change is on the side of Seafood Sorbet. They swapped out one of their midliners and pulled out a sloshing machine instead.
Two dualies on behalf of their side. It's an interesting composition to say the least, especially in that, we're really not seeing... We're seeing, I guess not like traditional snipers you might see here on this map, but both sides not opting for that. And instead choosing some of their more favorite comfortable weapons that still do have plenty of long-range capabilities.
Yeah, and it could just be that they don't have any players comfortable enough with snipe to play it right now. But yeah, they definitely have the range coverage still, regardless.
That's a stingray on top of
the bubble.
Oh yeah, it's all the bubbles too.
I was like, oh, that's a lot of hit markers. They're not dying. Oh, it's bubbles. Never mind.
Radiant will need someone to push up on that wall, though. We did see a lot of incoming fire coming in from on top of that perch there, but Quake, they were able to trade. A lot of Radiant going down now. That should be the end of the push, but it's not a bad one. 54 points is still plenty fine for the first opening minute of the game.
It's still not a game-winning push.
Yeah.
Not comfortable yet.
Yeah, definitely not comfortable, but...
The big thing about this map is when you're pushing that tower to that first checkpoint, you really need to push someone up onto that overlook, because otherwise they just come in from there and shut down every push possible.
And there's multiple ways you can go about pushing that overlook, right? And I think that's the thing, is going up on that wall is probably the most expected, so maybe Radiant will experiment with the means by which they get there, but that being said, still the push from Radiant, perhaps Seafood Sorbet is struggling to really push this one back to neutral. Radiant taking advantage of that. Stingray does come in and to be able to force control off of tower, but in the meantime, they've pushed it all the way up to the 37-point marker and getting slowly but surely more closer to that comfortable spot that you were talking about. And then in the meantime, Quake using this as an opportunity to catch Radiant where they least expect it.
Absolutely, and this is their time. I think they're gonna need to get some good, important picks here and push up into those advantageous positions if they're gonna want to keep this going. That bucket is causing them a lot of problems.
It is, and we'll just have to see if that is something that will at least be able to hold off this push. It seems like the answer is yes for now, but Quake is able to at least, I think, get rid of that bucket. Yep, that will be the bucket down. Will they be able to push this one into their advantage accordingly? The answer is no for now. It's a 3v2 in the middle, but now this push should be going. The Slosher should be able to get back into the thick of things, though. Love to see if that overlook will play a substantial part in this defensive effort here, as they're getting onto that first checkpoint now. Finally, Bankoma in a great position to defend this one, though.
Yeah, and this right here is exactly what we're talking about. They need to take that overlook and get that long-range player off of there if they want to get past this checkpoint, get this any further. It's really challenging to get through here without taking that overlook.
Bankoma, though, does recognize that could be the lead, maybe, for Sorbet. Tried backing off, saw that they were getting a bit of a better push there than he was expecting, and unfortunately for Bankoma, that won't be the case for now. And now the 19-point marker, Seafood Sorbet, has finally got things going. They seem to finally come alive here. Quake with another splat there. Does get caught out by the, I believe, the Spider Shot Pro there from TKS. That will be enough to hold off the offensive for now, but that might be
the team down. That's the end of that push, but a minute left in the game. A push to 12? That's solid.
Yeah. No, I think, I'm going to wager, I don't know what you think of this, but I think that might be game from what we're seeing here.
Yeah, let's see what Radiant can pull out here, but I agree.
Oh no, okay, yeah. They were able to spot out 4 players with that baller, but decided to play it safe, recognized that maybe they don't want to just put themselves vulnerable to getting shot out of their baller. Exploded the baller behind the environment, but unfortunately just was not as effective as they were hoping to be. And now Birch in a great position to hold off this defensive. Someone needs to be able to push up on the Birch to make sure that they can actually push this one even further. But we see nothing indicating that will happen anytime soon. 3 members alive for Bankoma and company here. 2 specials up as well. Ink's been activated, but no splats, no important splats coming just as of yet. It's looking tough.
Down, they still got a Stingray in their pocket here, though, so they need to bait that out right now. There's not a whole lot of time left.
Yeah, and that's
out of the way.
Nura is able to catch off one on the overlook. That might be the start of something good. but is it a little bit too late? We do see some splatter coming in behind her, not able to actually get on top of the tower. That should be it, right?
It was looking a little one-sided there for the first half of that match, and then Seafood Sorbet kind of like picked themselves up by their bootstraps and trekked on in.
A trek on in, indeed. That's going to be the game again to Seafood Sorbet in game 2, and things looking grim here for Radiant. They need to be able to at least, I mean, in terms of killed up, they're holding up, sort of, but it's just not enough at this point in time.
I mean, this is far from an uneven matchup, though, so...
Yeah, well, if nothing else, whoever loses this still has that third place match, you know? So still plenty of room to prove themselves and make sure that's something they're comfortable with. But that being said, Seafood Sorbet, yeah, just one game away, approaching the Rainmaker map mode in this set at least. Might be where Radiant is able to turn things around, but not exactly the Clan Blitz they seem to do so well on in the past. So we'll see how they adapt here on Manta Maria.
If they pull out Jet Squelcher again here, I'm officially gonna have to do some research and find out why everyone's playing Jet Squelcher.
just like Twitter search Jet Squelcher and see what comes up.
Yeah, someone implied it might be because of FLC, which can see.
I haven't actually kept up because I just haven't been on Twitter as much. But that being said, that would make sense, and
I'm gonna have to do some research now.
Game 3 underway. It looks like not too much changing on the behalf of Radiant once again, and on what looks like Seafood Sorbet side. Wait, what is?
Are we just going?
I don't. What? Okay, 34 points to start it off is what the doctor ordered, apparently. Seafood Sorbet not exactly tracking the most direct means of getting to the pedestal, and it showed and it hurt. Quake now in the middle of the map in a sea of blue. TKS able to take care of them before getting traded with. And now Seafood Sorbet not in the greatest position they wanted to start it off in a game that they could have clinched out the set, but don't count Seafood Sorbet out of it just yet. They are
We're
certainly
still only in the first minute of the match. There's still lots of time left to do some stuff.
A rollover from CMO seems to indicate as much. Baller able to help zone out.
Jump out just in time.
One person able to jump out, the other person not as lucky. Rainmaker getting pushed though. We see it in the 40s, the 30s. Will that be enough? Yeah, they get to the 31-point marker just like that. CMO able to put so much damage onto the Radiant side with just that slosher alone. Now finally getting caught off guard, getting called out, but a little bit too late here. Bankoma and company is gonna struggle to get things back to the middle of the map. We still see some sprinkling of green drops, forcing Bankoma over to the right side of the map, and now you're the smart one here, Lily. You definitely didn't count them out of it, and rightly so. That was an immediate response, which was surprising to see.
Yeah, I'm just that immediate run back, and now they're just gonna fight neutral for a little bit, and Radiant has to. It's all back on them again. It's all back on them to get this.
Whoa, that was a crucial splat there. You going down on their behalf, but will it be enough? Mr. Good not able to activate that baller in time. And now Birch in a great position to push up, although opting to go maybe instead, not through the middle, but maybe backing up a couple of their teammates here and taking it easy here. They do have the lead, of course, can play a little bit more patiently and just zone them out as opposed to getting in direct conflict with them. That Inkjet, though, I'd have to be a little bit wary of that one towards the left side of the map.
Absolutely, and there's a lot of green in the middle of this map, but regardless, we're still only 2.5 minutes in. These pushes, it's making it feel a lot more late game than it actually is.
Yeah. Yeah, there's something of a mismatch here between objective and time, and I feel like I'm aging by the second. But that being said, Mr. Good, something of a trade there. 3v3 towards the opponent's end. Rainmaker now slowly but surely moving towards Radiant's end of the map. They do have this the Stingray coming out from Bankoma's end, but the inkjet shot might be able to land on them. Yes, that's two going down, and that should be the game. Seafood Sorbet clutch out the set in a 3-0 fashion in the semifinals, and will move on to grand finals. to take on the winner of Loki Splatoon and Capri Sun Safari. Congratulations to them, and hats off against Sail 2 Radiant Splatoon.
Those inkjet snipes, jeez.